penalty kick number 1 to Rob Edwards of Huddersfield Town. The goal-scoring hero in the semi-final, the hero now. 1-0 Huddersfield. It's Wayne Gordon right-footed against Rahubka, and Rahubka saves.
We take penalties all the time in training. We have shooting practices and, you know, little games. And he'd done his own work. I mean, Gaffer had a word of him, and they took most of their penalties to that side. So Paul just said in his own mind, if I dive there every time, I'm going to make at least one save, and that could be the save that wins it. And luckily it was.
This to make it 2-0 Huddersfield. And 2-0 it is.
When I'm walking up, I'm just tending to pick the spot where I'm going to hit it and then just put it there, really. I'm one of those, if you change your mind while you're running up, you're more liable to miss it, so just tend to pick the spot and put it there.
You smacked it hard?
Yeah, just tend to hit it hard, just hopefully the keeper would go the wrong way, but if he does go the right way, it's still got a chance of sneaking in.
And now they entrust the second kick to Liam Lawrence, the man who has equalled the league record for penalties in a season this year with 12. He has missed one. Lawrence doesn't usually miss. It's going to be a long run-up from the top scorer of Mansfield Town, and he's not... Oh, he has missed! Oh dear, that's dreadful. What a moment for Liam Lawrence to choose his worst spot kick of the season. He tried to be clever. Look at the look on Keith Curle's face. He cannot believe that his talisman, Liam Lawrence, has tried to be over clever with this one, and it's clipped the crossbar and it has stayed out, and it is still 2-0 Huddersfield. This to make it 3-0, and Huddersfield will be almost there if he scores. He is left-footed, Cars. This to give Huddersfield a huge advantage. It's 3-0. They are roaring away to my left. They are miserable away to my right. It means that every single kick from Mansfield now has to go in. What a moment of responsibility to fall on the shoulders of Mackenzie. He scored against Northampton in the semi-finals. It's Mackenzie against Rahubka. He scores. 3-1. Lee Fowler, who's never scored a goal for Huddersfield since his move from Coventry City, can seal their passage into the division higher.
Well, I didn't really realise, even when my penalty came up, until Steve Yates said, if you score this, Lee, then we've won. And then I realised as I walked down, I wish he wouldn't have said that, but that's when I first realised.
Pilkington, the captain, and Mansfield compose. Is this the moment for Lee Fowler? It is. Take your place in Division 2, Huddersfield Town. Joy for Jacko. Despair for Keith Curle and co. It's all blue and white here in Cardiff. And the side that finished 4th and was distraught at not making it automatically, and made it now.
Once they pushed that ball in, the net buzzed. I'll never forget, because people forget we've played 46 games to get one penalty kick. One penalty kick will decide what our division will be in, and as soon as it rolled in, we've seen the scenes on television. The day I'll never forget, my players will never forget, and the thousands who travelled down will never forget.
They now put a show on, really, because I see all the fireworks and the music and everything going off. It makes it a bit special. That's the biggest achievement in my career. Obviously, I played in the Premiership, I've played for England 21s, but that to win after everything what happened last year, to go out this year and play as we did and achieve what we have done, that's the biggest achievement in my career by a long way.
I think as soon as Lee's hit his penalty, I think after that it's just relief more than anything. And then, like you say, when walking around with the trophy at the end, that was just unbelievable. I think for the players it was great, but I think for the fans, for what they've been through, it was even better.
emotional. Adrenaline just running through it was absolutely brilliant, really. We'll never forget them memories.
I've moved on now, and I'll struggle if I get to a friendly club in Huddersfield in my career. They're fantastic people here. All the coaching staff, all the people in the office, they all work so hard, and the whole club's been turned around. It's about time as well. That shows what sort of kid he is when you saw him on the pitch at the end down at Cardiff, jumping on everybody, and he felt a part of it still. And as he explained for Blackburn Rovers, he's a wonderful kid. He deserves a lot of the credit that he's got, and he proves to our kids in our dressing room what can be achieved by sheer hard work.
I think he's still a major part of us to get where we were today. We said if it wasn't for Steady, I don't think, no disrespect, but I don't think we could have got half the success we've had this season.
I always said right at the start of the season we're the perfect partnership, and Terry says that as well. I've got a lot of faith in Terry Oath. We trust each other with everything we say, and it's important when you're in a position as manager that you have an assistant you can trust. I trust Terry with my life. He's my best friend, and straight as we come back it was like we've never been apart from each other. He's enjoyed it, and when someone says to you just before we go to Cardiff, if we win this competition, one of the highlights in my career, he's managed his country, he's lifted European championships, he's lifted league championships. For someone to say that, it proves how much this club means to Terry Oath.
I think we've got to take this season and be confident. There's no teams in Division 2 that we can be scared of.
How far? I can go all the way.